anyone that says that they can do everything themselves is just stupid and they're arrogant and they have a big ego. Sales wise, even how you speak, text, it's insane. You're in this position with your business, you're in this spot, and if you're not getting past that spot, it's because you can't see what's wrong with it. And having someone like you that has experience, knows what they're doing, has the knowledge, come in and literally look into your business, be like, yeah, right here, take this out, that's the bottleneck, fix that up, tweak it, boom, let's solve. It's insane. Like, I can set appointments, and then basically like 20x as soon as I started signing out.
What's going on, everybody? We got Jack on the call here. He's one of my clients, working with him for a few months. How's it going, Jack?
Very good, my man. Very good. Glad to be here. 100%.
Yes, sir. So basically, we're working with Jack for probably a few months. It's been about 2 months so far.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of stuff cleared up, a lot of limiting beliefs overcame, a lot of obstacles going. But first question I have for you to kind of get to know about you, kind of what do you do as a business, and when did you kind of get started?
Yeah, so I got started about last October, so October 2023. I've been doing it for until now. What I do is I help business owners, entrepreneurs, online coaches with their content and acquisition with that content. So helping them get clients from that content, kind of monetizing their audience if they have one, or monetizing the audience we get from their content.
Gotcha. Yeah, sick. So before we started working together, Jack he had some clients, but a lot of them were kind of shaky. A lot of them were kind of in and out and stuff. Kind of talk about that a little bit before we started working together.
Yeah. So beforehand, the clients I was working with were terrible. I was in the phase of the business where it's I just wanted any money I could get. So I did get the money, but it was some pretty shitty clients. I'm still working with them. I'm still trying to get them results, but it's a lot harder to get people results when they're working under low leverage. They're not as motivated. They don't want to do the things that you tell them to do, right? So that just creates a whole bunch of problems, even with fulfillment. And that started right from the beginning with the client and bringing them on. So that was really annoying. Overall a complete mess, for sure. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So totally, definitely a worse position than you are right now.
Yeah.
What kind of led you to, well, first of all, where did you see me first at? And what kind of led you to not only jump on the call, but also pull the trigger on the call as well?
Yeah, so I saw you in the school community first. So I think I saw you in a different school community, and then I saw you were in your own. So I joined up. You're giving a bunch of free game away, and making all the posts in the school. So this is sick. And then we connected through there, and I think we got jumped on the call from there. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So how are you feeling about? Did you kind of know what this was going to be about, or what were some things that you weren't expecting that really helped out, and what kind of made you want to pull the trigger on me?
Yeah. So I think the very, very hands-on approach, I think helped me kind of push up the line. I really like direct feedback on things I'm doing and examples and analogies, done and kind of walk through me. That's how I learn. That's how I love to be taught. And that's helped tremendously. Especially with appointment setting. That's the biggest thing. I thought I was a good appointment setter. I thought I could set appointments. And then it basically 20x as soon as I started signing out with you, started getting tips, few tweaks. It's crazy how a couple of tweaks and some bottlenecks taken away can do to the business, the mindset, to even how everything flows, sales wise, even how you speak, text. It's insane. So yeah, 100%.
Gotcha. And what's been the biggest takeaway? If you had to tell somebody to join the program for a referral, what would you say would be the biggest benefit to working with me?
Yeah, so I think the biggest benefit is someone that's gonna, a few steps ahead of you that you can kind of really, listen to, get advice from, and also have their eyeballs on exactly what you're doing. You're in this position with your business, you're in this spot, and if you're not getting past that spot, it's because you can't see what's wrong with it. And having someone like you that has experience, knows what they're doing, has the knowledge, come in and literally look into your business, be like, yeah, right here, take this out, that's the bottleneck, fix that up, tweak it, boom, let's solve. It's insane. It is insane completely. And that is, I think, the biggest thing. And anyone that says that they can do everything themselves is just stupid and they're arrogant and they have a big ego. So you kind of got to drop it and just really listen to someone that's ahead of you. And that can literally just help you out 100%.
Gotcha. Yeah. And what would you say is the biggest takeaway that you have?
Yeah. So biggest takeaway, I think, was the help in appointments. And I think that was the biggest thing, is setting those appointments. Really getting me on track with, doing outbound again. I was doing outreach on IG. You noticed it wasn't really working. And then LinkedIn. We got on LinkedIn. I think that was the biggest thing. starting to do outbound on LinkedIn. Insane. I got like, I think like a bunch of sales calls booked from LinkedIn using the exact strategy that you gave me, like you literally showed me. And so I think the biggest takeaway, definitely to, keep getting on outreach, down in the appointment setting. I think that was the biggest thing that you really, really helped me with was the overall acquisition with the business.
Right. Yeah. So Jack is one of the guys who we are going to start running paid ads in the future. But as of right now, we're not running paid ads. So when we come in, we focus solely on organic and solely on positioning, especially offers and things like that, because there's a lot of guys in the space, in every single space. And, the entire online entrepreneur space is big, but it's small. So like a lot of people are doing a lot of the same things in a pool that's very bloody and very red. For those of you guys that have read Blue Ocean Strategy, you guys understand what I'm talking about. And so it's really about how to differentiate your offer and how to basically save time. And so, that was a huge thing, as well as different approaches. And I mean, we use like different Trojan horse methods and LinkedIn, things like that. Because, your niche is what, sales coaches, right?
Yeah, sales coaches. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it was a somewhat of a mental barrier in of itself to kind of get in the door with those guys, because you send them a message immediately and they're like, "What are you trying to sell me?"
Yeah, so, exactly. Like screw off, basically. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So with appointment setting, what specifically, just one little key component of what we worked on, what specifically do you feel like gave you the biggest benefit, or what have you seen the most improvement with?
Yeah, okay, I love that question. So I think the biggest thing for me was we were taking a couple of different approaches with the initial outreach and, reaching out to them. The direct pitch, it's super salesy, doesn't really work as well. So we took a kind of different approach, less salesy, lowers the sales guard. And then with that strategy, I loved it because it got me in the door, got me lots and lots of replies, like insane amount of replies. But then I was having trouble with the switch to kind of like the salesy, like the switch to kind of the sales, right? Like to get off of the kind of like the softer and kind of get to that, harder pitch. And so I was having trouble with that. And then I think we made a couple of tweaks to, how I said things and how I presented my words. And literally that just made a big difference in how they responded and how they acted, and answering asking the right questions as well. I was asking some pretty salesy questions that, didn't sound the best. And so we switched those up. We actually, kind of thought about, maybe go on the profile, pick some things out, make it more personalized and that sort of thing. That helped it a ton. Take it from kind of like, more broad to like really niching it down and getting into that kind of salesy conversation for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And what made you, specifically, what made you sort of want to pull the trigger on me specifically and not anybody else? Because I mean, you've dealt with other guys in the past, you've seen other guys in the past, I'm assuming. What kind of differentiated me and what sort of led you to go with me?
Yeah. So I think with anything, I really just related to you more, and you seemed like you had the experience. You were very, very knowledgeable. I just really like vibed with you, and I knew you had the experience too. So I think it was the combo for me of like, this guy, I rock with this guy, and also he knows his shit. I think it really went together super well. Like a lot of the guys out here kind of stuck up. They're like kind of like, like very egotistical. I don't really vibe with it too much. I don't like those personalities. So I really vibe with personality and the experience you had and what you had to bring to the table. And I think those two just went hand in hand and made me want to pull the trigger with you. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. If you were to tell anybody on the fence who's watching this video on YouTube or on Instagram, wherever it is, if you were to tell somebody on the fence to take the next step, to invest in their business, to, invest into actually themselves, growing themselves, their business, whatever it is, what's one piece of advice you tell those people right now who are skeptical?
Yeah. So I think you're always going to be in a place of almost complacency if you're not, putting yourself like kind of in a situation, like a pressure situation of investing money. I think it's extremely important to do that always. But you want to make sure that you're putting that money into the right place. And so if you're on the fence of like, oh, is this guy good? Is this guy good? Is this guy good? This guy is good right here. So if you're on the fence about that, just know that this guy's right here is good. So this is who you want to go with, basically. And you need to put yourself in pressure situations to make you grow. And this guy will exponentially increase that as well, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. So as far as, looking forward in the future and stuff, as we continue on working together, what is something that you are most looking forward to in the future?
Definitely starting to run paid ads for sure. I've been doing outreach for an extremely long time. I love it because you can kind of match the data, match the statistics, X amount of these every single day, and you get the X amount out usually every single day. But I'm really looking forward to experimenting with ads, my own personal brand, because I've never run ads before. So I'm excited to see, kind of what we're going to put together and what's going to come out of it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited about that. 100%. 100%. So yeah, it definitely makes sense. Let's see if I have anything else. But yeah, how are you feeling about your business now as opposed to before we started working together? How are you feeling currently, like day by day? Do you feel more confident with it? Do you feel less confident with it? Do you feel like there are some questions that still need to be answered, or like how are you feeling about the business now compared to before?
Yeah. So before, it was definitely the kind of uneasiness of like, where's the next client going to exactly come from? And that's such a cliche thing I feel like a lot of people face. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'll just get them from, here or whatever. I kind of just brush it off, but it really is a thing that you kind of need to consider. And this really helped me almost with my mind at ease of knowing, okay, if I do this and like what you told me to do, I'm going to get X amount out of it, right? I'm going to get these clients, I'm going to get these calls booked. And so it kind of gave me the ease of knowing like, I'm going to be able to get a client doing this. And I didn't have that before. Now I just feel more confident, walk around differently. This is great, right? I can turn on the machine and I can get X out of it, right? It's amazing. It's way, way better than what I had before, for sure.
All right. Yeah, 100% makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the future's bright, got a lot of stuff we're going to work on. So it's supposed to be up this week as well. But paid out huge in the future because we're pretty much at the point where like the offers now, it's sort of fluid, we have it consistent as well. And so we can apply it to a lot of different things. But then the packaging is solid right now, outbound styled in. And now you have a sales call tomorrow, right?
Yes, I got a sales call tomorrow. I actually just had an in-person meeting today, and I kind of used the framework that you showed me to kind of go through that. Because I know you closed an in-person deal that helped me out a lot to kind of understand how to run that. And I think it's looking very, very good with the guy I met with today. Got a call tomorrow. Actually, I think I got 2 calls tomorrow.
Okay.
With 2 prospects. That's really good. This might be a good day tomorrow. Might be a good day. So yeah, it's really, really good for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I give all my clients access to the CAS masterclass or CMR, whatever it's called, in school. What modules helped you out the most, and what was like a big takeaway from the course that you got access to, as well as the one-to-ones and offers?
Okay, yeah. So there's so much to go through with that, but I think the 2 biggest things that I thought were extremely valuable, I know you said one, but these are just amazing, was the appointment setting example. It literally gives live examples of appointment setting. And I don't know, I'm just the type of person that I love seeing that type of thing. I love seeing examples. It literally walks through live examples of it and appointments being set. It's amazing. So that was really helpful first. And then second, I think even more helpful was his closer module. So, how to close, better and like increase your closing rate by 30% right? Insane, super insane. Like the framework that he uses, I don't know how to explain it, but it literally kind of brings in the prospect of an extremely low sales guard. So it brings them in kind of low, you get into it, and it really is like so frictionless. Like I ran through that exact sales framework on a sales call and it went so well. It's insane. I think that was the biggest one with definitely the sales module for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah. And our sales call, what did it feel like? Did it feel like you were being sold and I was being pushy?
No, and not at all. Like it literally felt like it was 2 friends chatting, but then you also held the frame too. Because now that I get access to your framework, I understand how you ran it. Like it's genius. Like you literally, 2 friendly, but you're also friendly, not too friendly, and then you're kind of getting into like the sales aspect of it too. It's like the perfect mix of everything that you need. It's like the perfect formula, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, nonetheless, future's bright. Got a lot of stuff to work on. It'll be great. So I appreciate you coming on here, dude. And I'll see you in a few days.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.